Don't hold yourself back anymore. Hi, I'm Jasmine Kapula and Salda, and this is my self-love journey. By the way, this is my microphone. It gets the job done. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing beautiful people not prioritizing themselves like they need to. They might prioritize like their physical appearance, but beauty is not about a pretty face. Beauty is about having a pretty mind, a pretty heart, and a pretty soul. But maybe you just never knew how to prioritize yourself in that way or how to love yourself in that way. There's not a lot of self-love awareness in our society, and that's why I'm here. There's trends that talk about self-love, like putting a face mask on, like getting your nails done. And yes, that does help. That is not all to it. That's not even the half of it, okay? No one's actually showing you like the ups and downs, the process, how like one day you're gonna feel like on top of the world, like the baddest bitch out here, and then another day you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel like you're nobody. So I'm here to take that journey with you. This journey is not only for my ladies, fellas. This journey is for you too. Toxic masculinity is out, I tell you. Out. Drop the baggage of the girl that broke your heart 10 years ago, because nobody cares, nobody is trying to hear that. And we are just not accepting your pity party anymore. We're not. Plus, nothing is more attractive than a man who is self-aware, takes care of himself, loves himself, and just doesn't give himself away to anyone and everyone. My older women, this journey is for you too, okay? No more settling for the kids, okay? Because we know that ain't true. And no more settling because you think you're out of time. The truth is, you are never out of time until you're dead. So if you're not dead, hop on this journey right now. My self-love journey started, I would say last year, like, I never made it like official, but I would prioritize myself in all like the right ways. But yeah, it did start last year, and it will never end because this is a journey that just continues and continues. My experience was I had like a little situationship, and it was too toxic, but I thought that was enough for me at the time, but really it wasn't. I would just take the bare minimum and accept it because I'm like, oh, this is it for me, oh, this is my love, you know. But no, that was the way I was thinking when I didn't value myself, when I didn't love myself, when I wasn't taking care of myself. But now that I do, trust, but we ain't settling no more. We ain't settling 2022, ladies. Do not let a man break you 100% before you start your journey. I mean, I guess that does help with like the motivation, but you should motivate yourself like enough to want to love yourself without being completely obliterated by a man. Not even a man child, okay?
Period. The end.
So, before we get started, comment down below hashtag goodbye old self so I can know that you're truly committed to this journey. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on, all of that stuff. Yes. People really know like if you love yourself or you don't. Like someone who loves themselves, like they just carry themselves that way. Like they just walk in the room all confident. They turn heads. People just witness their presence. They're like, oh yeah, she's powerful. Or oh yeah, she definitely loves herself, okay? And then they can tell when you don't love yourself. Like you walking in looking crazy, hair not done, staring down at the ground when you're walking, like no. And also, when you don't love yourself, your reality will probably be like not where you want it to be. And that's because you're probably telling yourself all these cruel things and you're making yourself believe it. So God is going to put that for you because you're believing it. So, like, let's say, oh, you're telling yourself you ain't shit and you are ugly as fuck or whatever. People are going to treat you like you ain't shit and people are going to treat you like you're ugly as fuck. That's the first thing to self-love. It's just changing your mentality of things, because once your mind like knows that you are that beat, then it's over. It's over for everyone, because that's when you really start. That's when your journey really starts. But first is acceptance. So just go ahead and accept everything in your life for what it is right now, because accepting it is like, okay, I see what the problem is. I see what I want to change. I see what I'm going to do. So that's what you need to do first. And then the second step, don't hold yourself back anymore. Don't hold yourself back. Yeah, don't hold yourself back, because sometimes our biggest enemies is ourselves. Like, our biggest enemies is ourselves. And that's another thing that we really need to accept, because some people like to go around blaming other people for their problems, and really your biggest enemy is yourself. That means like you might be trapped in your head with fear, procrastination, guilty pleasures, like accepting like the little pleasures now instead of waiting for like the long-term pleasures. Yeah, that's a form of self-sabotage and holding yourself back. Inconsistency is also another big way how people hold themselves back, like not being consistent. Yeah, like that was definitely me with my journey. I would have been like way further along if I would have just committed to myself 100%, but I was inconsistent. But now that I'm being consistent, I'm really starting to see like the fruits of my labor, like, and people are really noticing that I actually love myself now. That's the crazy thing. With procrastination, I was procrastinating with my channel. I first had this idea to start this channel in 2021, but then I didn't like know the topic. And then even when I did figure out like what I wanted my channel to be about, I was still procrastinating. Like I was still holding myself back because I let fear, doubt, anxiety, all of that get into my head. And then I was like, you know what? It's just time to do the damn thing. So that's what we need to do here today. We just need to do the damn thing. We just got to start somewhere. And that's what I'm trying to show you out here, that the first step is to just start. Just to start and show up for yourself every single day. And with this channel, I can hold y'all accountable and I can hold myself accountable, because hopefully y'all will be expecting my content, and that will make me have to do it, like have to show y'all the way, and like, you know, do the damn thing myself, you know. So I'll be posting a video once a week. So it's going to be two different type of videos. The first one's going to be like the tips and tricks, and then the second one is going to be like the vlog on how I do that in my life. So when it comes to self-love, there's different categories. There is mentally loving yourself, emotionally loving yourself, physically loving yourself, and spiritually loving yourself. So I'm going to focus on each section for about 2 weeks. I'm going to post one video once a week. I plan to post every Wednesday. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications, okay? Because once my stuff comes out, y'all better be clicking it as soon as y'all get the notification. That's the only way we're going to grow. You got to stay committed, okay? There's no more time for loving yourself one day and then the next day doing something that's degrading yourself. And you know it's degrading. Like, once you do something and you feel bad about it afterwards, That's degrading. So you need to cut that out because we're no longer doing that, okay? It's 2022. It's time to boss up. This is our year, okay? So I'm hyped. You get hyped because I'm hyped as fuck. And we're going to be great.